Bless you. All right, so today we're doing factor by grouping. Factor by grouping is a technique we are familiar with. Factor by grouping we have done often. We have done it for trinomials where the leading coefficient is not 1. So it's something we've done, the AC method as I often call it. But today in this section we're going to focus just on the grouping thing. So you see how, what do you want, pencil?
I thought that was a highlighter. Was that a highlighter?
Yeah, I think so here.
Can I borrow that?
Yeah, sure. All right, so factor by grouping.
It is a highlighter.
Cool. All right, so factor each completely. Look at number 1. 2y. Okay, first of all, we'll notice that there's 4 terms. Yes, grouping happens when you have an even number of terms, because you need even numbers. So we group the first 2 and group the second 2. Group meaning parentheses, the first 2 and parentheses, the second 2. But what's special about today's section is if you see number 1, 2y squared plus 4y, okay, plus 6x plus 3xy. So they introduce another variable into the polynomial. 4 terms, but it's 2 variables. So it's a little different than what we're used to. So it's just going to be this section that's like this, and it's different, and that's why I couldn't find it on Delta Math. And you'll find like one, test question that's like this. But overall, grouping is definitely a skill you need to know. All right, so let's try this. Group. So don't worry about the boxes. Some people use the boxes. I don't really know how to use the box method, and I don't really care for it. But I'll show you this is how I showed y'all. Take the first 2 terms, put it in a group. Well, it's frozen, right? Yikes. There we go. The first 2 terms are in a group in parentheses. The second 2 are in its own group in parentheses. Notice there is a plus in the middle. Always make sure it's a plus in the middle. And from the first 2 terms, what can we pull out? We can pull out a 2. We can divide out a 2, huh? And a y. So pull out a 2y in front, and we're left with y plus 2. All right, and then look at the second, kind of highlight to just color code or underline the color code. All right, and then the second term, 6x plus 3xy. 3x can be pulled out. And if you pull out 3x, you're left with 2 plus y. So y'all noticed how the fact that there's another variable didn't bother you. You just saw what can you divide out. And then the most important part of grouping, maybe the most important part, is making sure the parentheses, are these the same? Yeah, they should be the same. Or you need to stop there and try it over, or it's not factorable. Now, are these the same? Well, it's a little misleading. Is y plus 2 the same as 2 plus y? It is. Yeah, 2y plus 2, 2 plus y is the exact same expression. It's just arranged differently. So we did right. So the final step is put it all together. 2y plus 3, see in its own parentheses, and then y plus 2. And that's the answer. Okay, so the fact that there's 2 variables won't really change it up all that much. So I think I could stop there. Y'all try it out. Since you don't know if you're doing it right or not because you just stop, you can always check your answer with me. Yep. And a lot of these are actually single variables. Number 5, all you have is r. So, but nothing really changes. The process doesn't change. Just put into 2 groups, pull what you can out, and if they're the same on the parentheses, write your final answer.
So you don't do anything with x?
Let's see. Oh, I made a mistake. Oh, I'm sorry. That's a typo.
Where?
3x. Right? See, 3x is there, so I need to bring it here. 2y plus 3x, that's the answer. So good question. Do we just ignore the x? No, that was a typo.
Could you do one more problem?
Sure. And we could do one with 2 variables. So let's do, well, maybe on the second page. That's good enough. Maybe number 7. That looks like it could be complicated. Or is it? Yeah, let's try number 7. All right, so it's 4 terms. I'm going to put the first 2 terms in parentheses, second 2 in parentheses, mind the plus in the middle. And from the first set, the first group, what can we pull out? We can pull out a 3, right? And we can pull out an x. They both share one x. Definitely can't pull out a y. So get color code. So 3x is all we can pull out. So it's left with x squared. What's left? Plus y squared. Yes. And then the second group, let's look at that. 4x squared. Well, so they both share a 4. Let's pull out a 4, but also can't pull out an x, but they both do share one y. So one y we can pull out. So 4y pulls out. And what's left inside is x squared for the first term. And second term, you're left with y squared. And boom. Do the parentheses do they match?
Yes.
Same, yes. And it wasn't even like arranged differently. And as if that would matter, it doesn't matter. It's the same expression in both. So now just put it all together. 3x is the first part, and then the second part, 4y. Those come together. And then you just pull down one of the parentheses. And that's it, I guess. I guess that would be the answer. And technically, you want to avoid, when factoring, there's usually no x squared or anything bigger in the parentheses. So, but we're going to stop here. I'm just saying there could be a possibility that that second parentheses in the answer could be breaking up more. But actually, I don't think so.